If you're struggling with heartbreak right now, or just can't get yourself to stop missing her, I know how it feels, man. It truly fucking sucks. And it hurts like a motherfucker. I remember the first time I went through my first heartbreak at the age of 20. It was with my first girl who I dated for about 6 months. And we were in a long distance relationship. She lived in Mexico and I lived in the United States. And this girl was very special to me because this is the girl I lost my virginity to. I had done things in the past with other girls, but it didn't get too far like with this girl. And losing it to someone who I truly love was very intense. And the relationship was very intense for a long time, to the point where we would literally FaceTime each other for literally 3 months straight. We did have some problems from time to time, some big ones, some small ones, but we truly loved each other and we were willing to fix these things. We truly bonded with each other emotionally, spiritually, sexually, to the point we literally wanted kids and we wanted to get married. It wasn't until 4 months into a relationship, that's where the things started to get rough. That's where the arguments and the fights got really toxic and pretty bad. And I had to take accountability for a lot of these because I caused a lot of them and I have learned a lot since anyways. I was willing to fix these problems, but at this point she was not, because of her trauma she had in her past relationships. But that trauma bled into a relationship which caused her to become very cold and distant with me. And this stuff lasted for about 2 months until June of 2024. That's when I went up to Mexico to see her. And I remember the day we broke up. I drove up to her house and I remember her telling me that she just wasn't feeling herself in the relationship. She didn't feel comfortable. And the only way to get rid of this was to break up. She told me like that, we should just break up. And I did not want to break up with her. I even tried to convince her we could maybe work things out, but she was not willing. So I did what I had to do and I just let her go. And that was the last time I ever saw her. I didn't process this heartbreak very well. I was pretty fucked up for a very long time. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do any routinely stuff. I was just a recluse for months, just isolated at home. I did go to the gym a couple times and did hang out with some friends, but I was just cold and distant with them. But it did get to a point where I just got sick of it and just told myself that I should just go out and meet new girls. She's fucking gone now, so might as well. And that's exactly what I did. But I did it in the worst way possible. I went out to clubs, bars, concerts. And to be honest, I was truly feeling a lot better. I thought I was healing, but I truly wasn't healing. Because my ex was still in my back of my mind. And there were times where I would literally stalk her social media. And that lasted for months up until I met my second girlfriend in December of 2024. But I wasn't truly healed. And that's what really caused the downfall of this new relationship I was trying to build. I won't talk about it much because I have great respect for her and it's quite a recent experience. But I would say this, the relationship was beautiful. It was exactly what I wanted. She was perfect. She had a great personality, great sense of humor, and the relationship wasn't toxic at all. We had zero arguments, no fights, none of that. But the downfall of it was me, who I showed up in the relationship. I wasn't really present with her. I was just distracted all the time. I was just going with the flow rather than being the man who's supposed to take leadership and guide her through life. And she eventually lost respect for me. And I didn't realize it for a long time. Up until April of this year. That's when she called me and she told me that we should break up. And that was the worst phone call I ever had. Those words broke me. And this second breakup was the worst one out of all of them. Not because of the breakup itself, but who I became in this relationship. A weak man that ultimately caused me to lose the girl who literally I would say was the girl of my dreams. The girl that literally checked all my boxes. And I would say this with all my heart, who I truly love. It's been about 4 months since the breakup now and I still miss her. It still hurts. But slowly those feelings are starting to fade away little by little. Now I truly believe that we do take things for granted until they're gone. But I have learned a lot from this. This is where I truly hopped on my self-improvement journey. And this time around, I've learned a lot about heartbreak. Heartbreak isn't about numbing the pain away with porn, video games, and doing all that bullshit. It's more about embracing a feeling, then learning from it, and turning it into something better. Which is what I did in this new breakup, rather than the last one, with going out every weekend. I got myself busy with chasing my purpose and my goals, which is one of them is what I'm doing right now, which is YouTube. I want to help young men through their self-improvement journey. And to help with this, I'm including new habits like meditation, going to the gym a lot more consistently, and reading books so I can absorb more knowledge so I can teach you guys. Most people say that breakup is not something serious, that we just forget about it and just forget about the girl. However, this is something very serious. And breakups are probably the number one reason why most men kill themselves. Because they have this mindset that she's the one, she's special. But let me tell you this, If you have this mindset, as harsh as this sounds and insulting to her it is, she's not fucking special. She's probably a fucking loser. Probably doing all the bad habits like scrolling on TikTok, eating chips, and eating processed shit. If she was truly special to you, then she would be with you right now, but she's not. And guess what? There's 4 billion women out there of different flavors: Mexican, Hispanics, Asians, all type of flavors. And you will find someone better as long as you're doing the right things. You have to acknowledge to yourself that this is the best you can do right now, but you can still do better. And you start by completely removing her from your life. And this includes social media, your contacts, everywhere. And instead, focus on yourself. Double down, triple down on your self-improvement. Even if it feels like shit, even if it's like the world just feels like it's crumbling down on you, you have to still do it. You have to block her. I know there's going to be some retards in the comments saying,
I'm not going to block her because it's going to give her all the power.
motherfucker, it's not about giving her the power. It's about you moving on and getting over this obsessive stage after the breakup. And don't make the excuse that you're not going to block her because you want her back. She's not coming back, motherfucker. So block her, especially on social media. You're more likely to see her on Instagram rather than in real life. And I know this is going to sound like a whole conspiracy theory, what I'm about to say, but Instagram and Facebook, all these apps, they know who your ex is. And they will show you more of her to keep you addicted to their app. And I had this happen to me a couple times. Every time I made a new Instagram account, you know that suggestion feature that shows up whenever you make the new account? Every time I made a new account, her profile would pop up. It would literally fuck with my head for days. Every time I saw her profile picture, I couldn't sleep for weeks, days, sometimes, not even joking, months. I got to a point where I actually had to delete social media entirely. So block her out of your self-respect and for your mental sake. Instead, focus on this one particular thing, and that is yourself, your future self. And to keep in mind how your future self will feel in 2 years, 3 years of doing all the self-improvement habits like going to the gym, getting bigger arms, eating all the good food, reading. You have to imagine how it's going to feel after delaying gratification and being patient with developing a business and getting rich. Imagine your future self becoming better and the quality girls it comes with. The girls that are hot and fit, some big ass glutes. And of course, they have a good personality. Because that's what literally happens when you start working on yourself and you're on your self-improvement journey. It's common sense. Your sexual market value increases like in video games. When you go from like level 20 to level 60. At level 60, you unlock new, better quality weapons and skins. It's the same as in real life and girls. And also, you have to set new goals to distract yourself from thinking about her. You need something to obsess over and not her. However, don't make these goals, then just don't do it. Actually make progress in them, even if it's small. Focus on the action and not the result. For example, if you want that 10 out of 10 physique, it's all jacked and gets the attention of the girls, you actually have to do the work of going to the gym 5 times a week or 6 times a week, and then eating a lot of protein and actually pushing yourself to failure. And on top of this, you have to do this with your brothers. Not the brothers that smoke and drink alcohol. Brothers that are actually on self-improvement. That are doing all the self-improvement habits like reading, meditating, journaling, going to the gym consistently. Those brothers that understand your pain and you can legit tell them that, bro, I'm feeling like shit right now. I really miss my ex. Can you just please help me? They will help you because they're more optimistic in life. Because those people that drink don't even care about themselves. So why would they care about you? And don't fall into the idea of that you're the lone wolf, that you're convinced that other people just distract you and they pull you down. That's a bullshit idea. And that's a horrible attitude towards life. Because us humans are meant to socialize. It's part of nature to receive help and help others in our tribe. Be around your brothers as much as you can. Because it's times like this where you truly need them the most. If you don't have any friends right now, just comment down below about your heartbreak story. And maybe someone can relate to you. Then you can just talk it out and maybe become friends. Heartbreak fucking sucks. But it's one of those things that can propel us to becoming a better man. It's one of the things that we just look back in the future and say to ourselves that, fuck man, I turned me into a fucking man. I turned me into a fucking beast. I'm grateful that she left me because if I would have stayed with her, I would have been the same loser I always was. And this is true because if you were to ask any successful person like Elon Musk, Andrew Tate, if they regret losing a girl, they'd probably say no. Because that's what really propelled them to push forward and become the beast they are. And you can become that beast as well, as long as you move forward and do the same actions of blocking her, setting new goals for yourself, and being around your brothers. Then you will become a beast. And the man you truly are supposed to be. Thank you for watching. Scroll down, hit the like button, comment down below. Stay on that grind, motherfucker.